Hello there, good people. What's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Time it's around reaching towards 2 p.m. Sorry, 2 a.m. here, and I am doing few videos. So I already have finished one list. So this is going to be a comparison video, and this is going to be interesting for people who actually like this fragrance called Liege Lanston de Guerlain by Guerlain. This is the vintage, very desired fragrance, and I have this much juice left in my 75 ml. I used to own a vintage this kind of bottle, the EDD version, and I did own the square bottles and then the long bottles as well. So basically, I did have different versions of this fragrance. Basically, this fragrance is like a oldie. Like I remember Coach Rob 619 or who was it? I think maybe some of the older reviewers, like the vintage reviewers, they talked about it, and I think Cody Dragdog, he really loved it. So this one, I recommend it to people who like mature fragrance. This is not a fragrance you'll fall in love from right away. If you, unless you have a good nose, you have gone through some vintages and some Guerlain other fragrances as well as some niche perfumes, then only you can appreciate it. So this one had featured star anise, citruses LME, tea, jasmine neroli, cacao, patchouli, sandalwood, Virginian cedar, and hibiscus. So these are the notes from Fragrantica. But this fragrance is very complex. Like there is not much sweetness in it. There is a hint of citruses there. I sprayed once here just to compare it with two other fragrances. I'll show you in a bit what they are. But this is a very high class fragrance, especially that cacao note and then this note star anise. They stand really tall. And I call this like a more mature version of Dior Intense, less sweet, and the spiciness from it, like the masculinity, and mostly that chocolatey feel is like Angel Man and Dior Intense had a niche baby, you know. So this is what I feel, but they're not exactly the same. So this is a very complex perfume, to be honest, and very expensive. That perfume, if I sell this bottle as it's right now, I can sell it for $200 in Bangladesh. People offered me prices. I did not sell it because it's my baby, and I don't think I'll be able to find another bottle like this, even by luck. I don't know. So that is Guerlain's masterclass. So today I have two fragrances to compare, and I forgot the year they came out. They're both discontinued as well. Okay, one from House of Calvin Klein, which is called Dark Obsession in my left hand. Right hand, I just recently bought this called Kokorico. This is one of my very special perfumes in my channel and journey. I really always wanted this because of the bottle. It looks amazing, and the night version, the red bottle, it's too expensive. That's why I didn't buy it. But I'll compare these two, okay, in terms of value, and are they good replacement for Liege. So let me clarify a few things. First of all, both these fragrances are not the same with Liege, Lanston de Guerlain Extreme, because Liege, to me, this fragrance has so much depth, you know, that the cacao, the chocolatey dry down, it takes very long time to reach each stage from top to bottom. This is very sophisticated, and performance wise, this is better than the other two. Unbelievable longevity. This thing, it has incredible lasting power. So you will not find this richness and the performance in either of these. So other last thing is, it's not exactly like the other two, is not exactly like that. They're differences. So let's go first one. And this used to be very cheap, you know, in Bangladesh. My bottle has taken some beating because I keep it in a box, so the paint is coming off. So it's not a nice sight. I also have CK Obsession Night, which is also beautiful, like Black Orchid. It's kind of like a discussion though. So this is 125 mil, okay, back in the days. And I could find this pretty much like $35 back in the days, like 5-6 years back. Now, any shop I go to, if I find another bottle, I'll buy it and bring it home, just like that. The reason being, I love this perfume so much. This is Calvin Klein's on the finest hidden gems, okay? If you really like dark fragrances, something that is different from usual, like CK Obsession is a great one. So this is a flanker to that line. It stays true. I think this one has some vanillic property on the dry down. It is a little bit powdery. I have it on my hand. This is much less dark than Liege, but yeah, Liege is here. Obsession is here. Yeah, okay. At first, you will not see much similarity. They are kind of different, but when it reaches dry down, you get like a little bit of a sweeter take on the Liege. Longevity is good. 4-5 solid hours I get from it. It's lasts, but it's not as strong as Liege. Okay, so here are the things. So it is less compared to the next one. This is less close to Lanston de Guerlain, but it's a good replacement for if you do like Liege. I had another fragrance which I sold off also, which was called The One Gentleman. Okay, I think I have a miniature. Hold on. You know, funny thing is, this thing I did not actually plan. Sometimes I do things that is weird. I was planning to just to do two videos, but two fragrance comparison, but I suddenly remember like, oh, there was a third one. What was it? Is this one, the One Gentleman? I had a full bottle of it and a 50 ml. I sold them both for decent price, but this is like this much juice left. These are the simple bottles you could find back in the days with the blue juice. Okay, if I can take it out. Okay, I know the smell. So I was one of the first ones who said this is similar to Lanstin de Guerlain and it's a very good fragrance. Okay, this is closer to Lanstin de Guerlain compared to CK Obsession, Dark Obsession. Okay, so this is the other one. So let me talk about the One Gentleman. Why not? Let's make it a discussion. Okay, so this fragrance I sprayed it like long time back. Like last time I sprayed it was like long few years back. So let's just go a little bit only. So these fragrances are very rare now, like the One Gentleman, the One Sport. I have miniature versions of them, like 8 ml only. Yeah, it definitely is a little bit alcoholic up top because they do that. They go expired in 5-6 years. But I can tell you, this is more of a cardamom. Like there's some sort of spices in the opening. It gives you the feel like this is like the One Gray. Like they're similar in a way. But on the dry down, it slightly goes towards the Liege side, and I think this is a good designer take on Liege. Even though not as pungent, it's a sexy, spicy take on Lanstin de Guerlain, but it has its own touch as well. So this is the second one. Third one I'm gonna go is this one. Okay, Kokorico. It's a special perfume for many reasons. Okay, so it was not top sold back then. It was not a top seller. It was not an instant hit. I think it was more of a flop. Many people write that in Fragrantica. They write the comment like this was a marketing failure because of the marketing, the poster, and then also the way the bottle was. It was kind of like not that time appropriate. It was more like a futuristic. It was too early, like it was too. Was the term I'm looking for? It was released before its time. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. It was way ahead of its time, right? So if this was released today, I would still think it's very complex, like Dior Fahrenheit, standout fragrance, like these fragrances. So this perfume, I don't know where to place like Bulgari Black, right? Another fragrance, Midnight in Paris. They're like timeless classics. So this one is almost there, okay? And this is the one that gets closest to Lanstin de Guerlain. In my humble opinion, it is a little bit sweeter. It's a little bit thinner. Longevity is not the best. So price is also not the best. I paid $150 for this, okay, tester. So if you buy full packaging, it's under $200, not cheap at all. So even though this is better than Dark Obsession, this one falls short because of the performance. The CK, the Dark Obsession, on me lasts longer than this. Okay, so maybe to each his own. Like I did not get the best performance from Jean Paul, which was a little bit heartbreaking. And the price point that I paid, I'd rather pay for this because of how long it lasts. And you also get 125. This one you get 100. So out of these two, even though this is not as close as Liege, but this one gives you the feel, I prefer this as alternative. Okay. And the second one I would say I would prefer is this one. This is also very hard to find, Dolce & Gabbana, The One Gentleman. Yeah, I can smell it now. It's fantastic. Yeah, the alcohol is gone. It is more citrus. I can smell the citrus is kind of like an orangey, there's like a lot of citrus elements in there, but it's this slight bit of like, how Spice Bomb has the spice. This one also has the spice. So this is very suit and tie sort of formal fragrance. And I think this is going to be still more expensive than Dark Obsession. I actually prefer the scent profile of this over Dark Obsession. So this one is, if you can find this is the best alternative to Liege. So this is funny because I didn't even think of it when I did the review. So this is Dolce & Gabbana, The One Gentleman is a perfect replacement for this, even though they're not the same. But out of all four, there's just like a light years ahead, of difference, which is this. This is the quality, impeccable. But fair warning, this is not easy blind buy or easy to like perfume, okay? I liked it like Vaisal Opium Purum, like it took me a long time to understand. Very complex, high class, almost feels like, it could be a good barbershop scent as well, right? So Lanstin Guerlain is the champion today, original, even though very expensive, very rare. Second, I would go The One Gentleman by Dolce & Gabbana. Third, I would go Dark Obsession by Calvin Klein or CK because of the value and you get good performance. And the last one I would say is Kokorico. If this was within $80, it would come as like second favorite of mine after Dolce & Gabbana, and third would be CK. But since this is super rare, super expensive, it's not worth that money. I will perhaps let it go. I don't know, maybe, because fragrance game, you cannot really keep everything with you. Okay, so thanks for watching. So there you go. Do let me know what other alternatives did you think I may could have looked at or find, which could be a good replacement for Lidge, right? So that's the video today. Hopefully you enjoyed it and answered some of your questions, right? So thank you so much for watching. Let's do morning thoughts, then we'll upload it. Take care.